Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to another exciting weekend vlog. This is Weekend Vlog episode 79 with your host, Kennedy Lucas. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in for today's show. Again, I cannot stress how much you guys are very important to me and how much you guys mean to me. Today, we're here to talk about several of good things that happened via the past week. First off, I want to say thank you guys, thank you everyone for staying tuned for podcast weekend last weekend. Of course, we did a podcast of 2 shows. So we did a podcast of 2 shows. The first show was Luke's Chat Podcast, Road to Sonic Mania, with your host Kennedy Lucas, and of course the other podcast, Luke's Chat Podcast, featuring No Man's Sky, hosted by Tyrus Lester. Now, we did get some good views. We did get a lot of people tuned in, a lot of people emailed, Twitter, a whole bunch of other social media accounts that people linked onto it, and they actually enjoyed it. SoundCloud, we had a couple people liked our SoundCloud channel shows for both shows, so just very excited to announce that out because it lets me know that, you know, the podcast is working and people are just going bigger and better for the podcast. And of course, we have 2 hosts. We're trying to get 3 hosts up to the bracket, but you know, we're still kind of working out some kinks on that as well. But again, I want to thank everyone for staying tuned for the Lucas Chat podcast weekend series. Of course, we're going to have a podcast weekend series again the next weekend, not this coming up weekend, but the next weekend we're going to have another exciting podcast weekend. So please stay tuned for that. Now, I do have my handy dandy iPhone SE here in my hand. Of course, everybody's going crazy. I've seen it all over YouTube. People are unboxing the iPhone 7s and the 7Ss. Of course, I still have my SE. Of course, this is the next best thing. I remember before the iPhone 7s came out, this phone was the newest phone, but then now the 7 and 7 Plus is out. This is the second-rate best phone. So, with my handy dandy, we do have some notes here, so I don't forget what I'm going to talk about on today's show. First things first, guys. Again, this is more a thanks to the Lucas Nation fan base. Of course, we did launch a new family member. Check it out. Thank you. So we did launch it, guys. It was kind of a surprise. Again, I like doing surprises for my fan base. Of course, KOP Air Radio has been launching. It is now available on the website of www.lucas904.wingstop.com/KOPE. You go there and you see it right on the top. It says KOP Air Radio. You click on the tab and it loads up the tab for KOP Air Radio. Now, a lot of people had asked me, how come, why is this, new to the family? What's going on? So a couple of weeks ago, a couple months ago, we were talking about having something similar to this. We were thinking about what is the right way to have music on the site without it being a huge big deal. So we found a way, partnership with Spotify. Now Spotify, everybody knows what Spotify is. I use it on a day-to-day basis at work or doing some homework. I'm listening to Spotify. So again, I encourage you guys to go get an account because it is not like Pandora. Pandora is a little bit different. I think Spotify is a little bit better than Pandora because Pandora has a lot of commercials. And Spotify only have like one commercial every 10 songs you play or listen to. I think they have more of a big variety for Spotify as well. They try to have up-to-date songs. Pandora just have what they have. Again, not trying to downtrack Pandora because there are some Pandora users out there. But I like Spotify because it's more is a little bit better. You know, I like it how it's more direct. You know, for users. Now, Spotify, again, partnership with them for Spotify Music. It was a safe way to do it without it being a big deal. Of course, what it is. Now, you guys know I was going to talk about it on today's show. K.L.P. Air Radio is something more interactive for my fan base. I do have at the top, it has a box where you leave your name, your email, and whatever message you want to say onto it. Now, I do want to say that some of the messages are private, so if another user goes onto this Air Radio site, they are not able to see other people's postings. Only I can see them. But again, I'm probably going to talk about some of the messages, and we're probably going to do a discussion via Weekend Vlog or via the podcast or via the Facebook live stream. So it's more of an interactive way to kind of get to know my fan base and get to know what kind of music they listen to. Now, the music new music has been updated and been uploaded each day. So as soon as we get done here, we're gonna go through our next list of music. We're gonna add them onto the Air Radio list. But new music will be added each day. Of course, this is not cater to what I listen to. It's cater to music around the world. Once we first launched it and we had some people go on the site, some people had actually gave me recommendations of artists and new songs to put on the list as well. So, you know, I'm taking your comments, I'm taking your concerns. So if you have any recommendations for any music that you want to see on the K.L.P. Air Radio, please just leave a comment box on the box at the beginning of the tab. I get that message and then I read it and I put it on the list. We did have a couple of people who suggested, more Chance the Rapper songs. We did have more people with Designer is a rapper. They would like to see Designer songs on there as well. So, you know, I am listening to these people and I am listening to what my fans are saying, and I am going to put them on the list as of today. Oh, well, by the time you're seeing this today's show, for all of you guys watching on YouTube, it's going to be like, you know, way back when, but, you know. So, please give it a round of applause again, K.L.P. Air Radio. And listen, guys, this is only just the beginning. You know, we was going through it yesterday, and I was thinking, you know, K.L.P. Air Radio, K.L.P. Photography, K.L.P. Studios, K.L.P. Entertainment. What else can we do? You know, it's so exciting to add a new family to the mix, and I'm really, really excited to have the fans actually appreciate something like that. People are asking me, you know, oh, why I could just go to Spotify and look up these songs. True, but it's more interactive that way. I think I'm trying to be more interactive with the fan base. I'm trying to respond back to most people. Now, most chairmen and CEO of entertainment companies out there, they listen to their fan base, but they don't really respond back. They're not really interactive with their fans and their consumers per se. So I'm trying to become more interactive. I like talking. I like reviewing. I like talking to people. So I think it's a great niche for me to have something like this to be more interactive. And music is one of those things where I love going to and back from class or meetings. I always got to listen to music. If I got production day with GDN, I have my music in, going in there and working, walking up there and, you know, really producing some good stuff and listening to side music as well. So music is just, it's a stress reliever. Believe me, as student, photographer, videographer, chairman, CEO of a company, it's a lot of stress. A good stress, but it's a lot of stress. So I like to listen to music to really get me going. So again, guys, K.L.P. Air Radio is on the website. New thing that was just launched this week. So very, very excited for you guys to see it. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you while we're on the subject of the websites, of course, we're going to do a website update coming very soon. Of course, for the main site is going to get the new top picks for anime, music, and movies. Of course, K.L.P. Air Radio is not going to really receive an update because we just launched it. Of course, K.L.P. Network we're still going to fix up some bugs and fix up the K.L.P. Network to make sure it's the top quality. Of course, we're also updating the next highlight reel, but we're getting rid of the top 4 music. Yeah, I know it's a little bit upsetting for some people who like to see the top 4, but since we have the K.L.P. Air Radio out now, we're getting rid of the top music for. That's going to be completely done within the next update, so please stay tuned for that as well. Of course, the blogging side, we're going to be having that coming up really, really soon. Of course, we're still writing these blogs for our blogging site, so it's not updated yet, but soon enough you'll see the advertisement for it. You guys will see that it's going to be completely updated for all of your blogging needs. Now we're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we have a special game review. Stay tuned. Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to the Weekend Blog 79 with your host Kennedy Lucas. Again, I cannot stress how good the KOP Air Radio has been coming. Just in a week, people are responding back to it. Now, enough about that. We're going to go about the fun stuff, well, more fun stuff. Of course, we're going to do a special game review of 3 Xbox One games. Of course, you guys knew last weekend I talked about the Xbox One. I talked about Batman Arkham Knight. But of course, we got 3 games here that's been added to my collection now. These are not recently bought. These I had for, weeks and weeks now. I just got around to doing a kind of a review about it because I do have choice words for each 3 of these games. Of course, Weekend Vlog episode 80. Ooh, that sounds so good. Episode 80, we're going to be doing more reviews of games. But these three, if I can get it. So these 3 are fantastic. I enjoy every last one of these. Of course, I do have some choice words for a couple of the, well, maybe 2 of these. One of these, I really don't have a choice words about it or pros and cons because it was just fantastic all the way. So this first game here, is a little bit interesting. I never thought I would own a game kind of like this, but I do now, and it's so much fun. The story mode is fun, the adventure mode is fun, and battle multiplayer is fun, except I get my ass kicked by my brother when we play against each other. True story. So this first game here will be Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. So yes, I never thought I would own a Naruto game. Of course, the full name is, of course, Shonen Jumps. That's the anime company. Naruto Shippuden. That's the franchise Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. Now, they have multiple copies. Ninja Storm 2, Ninja Storm 3, Ninja Storm 4. I wanted to get the newest Naruto game. I didn't want to get a game like, let's say, Ninja Storm 2 or 3, because that's not the newest thing. Ninja Storm 4 is the newest one. I don't know if they're going to do a Ninja Storm 5. That would be really, really cool if they did. So this game here is fantastic. Of course, the story mode is fantastic. The adventure mode is fantastic. Now, story mode, I do have some choice words maybe about that, because story mode, they have a lot of... Their story cutscenes are extremely long, I must say. I could like go to the bathroom and the story, some of the cutscenes will still be playing, and I come back and it's still rolling the cutscene. Now again, I probably understand why they wanted to do this, because they're showing the story of Naruto in anime, so I kind of get it, but story mode's a little bit long. Of course, with this being such a big game, they couldn't add CGI sort of cutscenes and have the characters actually move, so they have like little picture frames of the action, and then they're doing some dialogue with it. And that's understandable because this is a huge game. Of course, this game is about it's a lot of gigabytes to install this for my Xbox One, so I understand. Adventure mode I tried last night, and I thought it was more fun than story mode a little bit, because with adventure mode you can go around with either Naruto or the other characters that's in the game. The adventure mode is fun because you're going around these different villages and you're talking to people, you're battling other people. So that's really fun. I think adventure is a little bit more better than most people. Than most people would think it would. Of course, the versus battle is really good. We played. That was the first thing we did when I first got this game. Me and my brother going head to head. Of course, as I mentioned, I'm getting my ass kicked every match. So, besides all that, you do have a couple of big boss levels. Of course, it's not like Dragon Ball Z's Ultimate Team Kaiichi big battles. It's a little bit more epic, I think, and it's a little bit easier. In comparison, since these both Dragon Ball Z and Naruto, they kind of fall in the same line. Um, Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi's Big Boss Battle is a little bit more hard for me to play. I still have it in my collection. I didn't enjoy the Big Boss levels in that game because they were a little bit hard. You have to mash buttons a lot and it just still won't get the job done. So I kind of fell out with that kind of Big Boss level. But hence, in this Big Boss level in these games, the buttons are very, very easy to access. Of course, they do give you a time limit to press the buttons, but it's a slower time, so it's not super fast. You can press it within seconds, and not think about it. Um, some of the characters can turn into their big characters. I know the super Naruto, I want to say, turns into the nine-tailed fox, and he's big, and you're going against each other. Of course, some characters turn into like little big monsters and sand monsters. That's in the versus mode. Alongside with the story mode, you are playing. I think when you first kick this game off, you're starting off with this character fighting another character. Then you're turn into a big monster to fight the other nine-tailed fox that's even bigger. Once you kick the story mode off, you start right into the action. I really did like how I started right into the action. The one thing I did laugh, I did laugh about this game because back in middle school, I did know some people that used to run just like the Naruto characters. The hands all out and they're running around. I had some geeks running like that back in elementary and middle school, and I just thought that was just so funny to me. But once I saw them run in this game, it just reminded me, oh my god, people used to run like that back in elementary school. I don't know how I remember that. I know that was years ago. I don't even know how I remember that, but I do, and it's just kind of funny. Let's see. This is produced by Viz Media. Now, Viz Media I'm familiar with because they're this anime company that designs shows like Capellion. Capellion is another good show that we did. I think we did a podcast over, and we watched and reviewed it and blogged about it way back when. So that's what I'm really familiar with. Cryware it's okay. Cryware is okay. They messed up a couple games, but Bandai Namco Entertainment, and of course Shonen Jump. Shonen Jump is the anime company that makes the mangas and anime shows. Again, this game here is one of those games where it's epic. You want to pick it up for the experience. Of course, I had to teach myself how to play this game first before I even dived into it. First match in the first battle of the story mode, I got my ass handed to because I didn't know how to play it. So it's it's not difficult. As long as you learn how to play, then you get the hang of it. So, ladies and gents, Naruto, Ultimate Ninja Storm. So this game here is very revolutionary, and I love it. So hence the title, Homefront, the Revolution. So Homefront it's a really good game, really. It's not bad. It's really not bad with this game. Booting it up, it took a while for it to install. Of course, each game of mine is going to take a while for installment because these are big gigabytes. The quality graphic style was fantastic in this game. I was kind of skeptical about the graphics, but the graphics are just fine. Of course, it's set in Philadelphia, 2029. Wow, that's a long time from now. Formerly reviewed on this game. I think I talked about this game the last weekend, but I didn't really sort of review it the way I should. So Homefront the Revolution is a really good game. You're playing this guy called I forgot his name. I forgot the character's name already. But you're playing this main character that goes around, joins these clans, and fighting for your revolutionary rights into the States. Of course, it's 2029, it's war, everybody's going crazy, lack of food, lack of cities, and a lack of environment. Of course, you're going around and you're exploring. You get to hop on a bike, you're going around the city, you have guns, and you following along with the story mode. Now, of course, one neat thing I do like about this game is there are people just like you in this game that are just trying to be rebels in the States, and you're going around this map, and you see people on the street with guns, and there's the same as you. You go in there, and you speak to them, and you can recruit them, and then they'll be kind of like your partner within the story mode. I thought that was a real neat addition to the game because this game's not hard, but it's like you're gonna need a little bit of help. And to see that you can go around the city and recruit people that are just like you and trying to take back what's theirs, that's really awesome. I didn't really play too much of this game this weekend, but I did crack it open and played it one good time, but I didn't really play it fully. There is a co-op mode. I never really tried the co-op mode yet, but you can. It's co-op for Xbox Live. This game is very fantastic to play. You get to customize your weapon. I thought that was a neat addition to the game. Is most shooters, they give you, here's your gun, you know, that's one you're using for the game. But with this, you have many guns and you can customize them to your liking. So it's really, it gives more of a player's choice, and I really think that's really neat. Of course, this is from Deep Silver. Deep Silver is a good company that makes really good video games. Of course, this came with a Revolutionary Spirit pack. Of course, it came with like a gun, more weapons, and another bike. I do like this cover. I think this cover is just badass. I can just picture myself, you know, on this cover. But it's a cool cover. I do have Homefront, the first Homefront for my PS3. I think we did a K.L.P. after show on it. But again, this is the second edition for our next gen consoles. Of course, it is Homefront: The Revolution. This next and final game, I have to say, holy crap, this is a kick-ass game. Now, I don't really like cussing too much, but this is one of them games where you just have to pick it up. Just have to. Of course, this is Wolfenstein: The New Order. So, most people here, most of K.L.P. Entertainment fans and Lucas Lynch fans, this is a kick-ass game. Hence that this is the greatest hits for Xbox One. This game, oh my god, I played it this weekend, okay? So I hooked this game up because this is one of the games besides this game, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which I'll review in the next show. This is one of these games where I didn't really get to play it the last weekend because I didn't have time to install it. I had time to install it Friday night and I played it Saturday and Sunday. Oh my god, y'all. This game is a really good game. So let me just start off by saying, and as I'm getting super excited, so Wolfenstein: The New Order, this game was very, very fun to play this weekend. I booted it up, and let me just say the graphics on this game on your Xbox One is fantastic. I felt like I was actually the character and actually going around and playing these characters into this game. The first scene, you're starting off in the airplane with your partner, I forgot his name, your partner, and it's war. It's like it's like Red Tails. The movie Red Tails is like war. You playing this character and the graphics they're really smooth. They're that 1080p 60 f-stop feel within this game, and you're going around. The first level is fast paced. Each of these stages are very fast paced, so you got to react quickly. Of course, you go into the cockpit, and most of you guys, if you play this game, you know. You go into the cockpit and you're shooting these little weird looking planes, and then the plane comes straight at you super fast, and I was like, oh my god. Like, I felt like I was actually in the game about to get crashed into these other planes. That's how good this game was. Well, still is and is. Of course, you're customizing your weapon and you're going around these story modes. Of course, the little robot dog machine scares the crap out of me because I was still on that first level where I'm on the ground. It took, 44 gigabytes to install again, guys, but this is one of those games where you just want to pick it up. I like the cover. I like how red it is because red's my favorite color. And I just love the style of it, and the gameplay is just fantastic. So please, pick this one up, guys. If you haven't already, pick this one up. This is Wolfenstein: The New Order. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we have a little bit more news announcements. Stay tuned. Hello, Lucas and fans. Welcome back to the show of the Weekly Vlog 79 with the host Gaming Lucas. Now, we do have a little bit more news announcements to kind of talk about today. First things first, of course, you guys, again, I say thank you again for watching the GDN Takes Atlanta #2, the exclusive vlog video. We did really good on our YouTube and Dailymotion and Google Plus uploads, so I think it's about time to do another exclusive vlog. Yes. So, we're launching another exclusive vlog. Of course, that is subject to sort of change, so you know, by the time you see this, it probably will be already out and edited, but if it is not, you know, I'm just doing this live. Of course, GDN is going out for another field trip to a high school football game where I possibly will be doing a exclusive weekend vlog. Of course, we'll be going this Friday around 4:30, and then, you know, we're leaving out, and I just, you know, I enjoy doing vlogs, and I love going out and on trips with different people, so of course to do a exclusive vlog will be fantastic. Of course, I go to production tomorrow, so I need to see, you know, and they're pretty okay with me doing vlogs again, but I like to say, hey, I'm doing a vlog. And then they say, okay, I know what we're looking forward into. I don't want to just pop up with a camera and then they ask, okay, what's going on? But I'm going to be doing another exclusive vlog for GDN. Of course, GDN Tanks and High School Football Game is probably what we're going to call it, just to let people, like, what video? All right, let's put it, you know. But we're gonna be doing that as well for this weekend. So by the time you're seeing it, it might be already out. You know, just really exciting, and you know, I love to do exclusive vlogs. I don't like to just do a podcast show and do weekend vlog. I like to be fun and not just relax and just not be so professional on YouTube and Dailymotion. Sometimes I like to be funny. I like to get the exclusive look of stuff to come. So, you know, we're just, you know, we're looking forward to it. Of course, guys, we do have another Facebook live stream coming up this week. I still got to schedule a date. By the time you're seeing it, you are probably going to already see it. I think I'm going to upload it do one this weekend because I really don't have time in my schedule during the week to really sit down and do a Facebook live stream, but we're probably going to do some maybe either this week or probably Monday past or this week. So, you know, just stay tuned for that, and, you know, I can't wait to see all of you guys on Facebook live stream with Kennedy Lucas, and, you know, we talk about some good stuff. And our next and final news for today's show, of course, is our room tour. So you guys know I am here on campus and I cannot wait to show you my next pimp pad. I'm just kidding. It's not a pimp pad, but I just can't wait to show you guys my room and my space. This is the Lucas Estate, and I just can't wait to show you guys that. Of course, my space is kind of together and well put together and ready to go, so I think it's about time for me to do a room tour to show you guys what I do. And I like to just make history. I like to just make memories. So 10, 20 years back from now, I can look back at this video and say, hey, I remember doing that, you know. So it's more of a memory thing, but again, I want to show you guys my setup. That entitles my setup. Of course, most gamers and most tech people show their setup. We finally got my setup in order and ready to go, and it's not so junky looking. It's more of a professional chairman, CEO, tech guy's desk setup, not just some clunky tech hoarder that has a lot of tech just on the desk. Trust me, I've seen some really bad setups in my day on YouTube. I've seen some that's like, okay, your setup is horrible. So I think my setup is not, you know, fantastic. I don't have the brand new MacBook Air and the brand new MacBooks, but I do have something special here, and I do want to show you how K.L.P Entertainment gets down with their setup. Again, I'm so ready to show you guys the setup again because it's fantastic. I cannot wait. So look forward to that for this weekend. Of course, again, Game Informer Review Magazine will be coming out really soon, so stay tuned for that as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's show. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're new. Please be sure to check out all the links in the description below via Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Google+, Dailymotion, and even SoundCloud. Just stay tuned with us, and of course also check out the KOP Air Radio because that's just something we're growing, and I just can't wait to see the growth of that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's show. As of right now, I'm Kennedy Lucas, logging out.